Greetings and welcome to Numa Farms and Nursery in Plant City. I'm Kendrick Henry, your local moringa farmer. I just recently graduated from USF with a master's in architecture, and my goal in starting the plant nursery is to actually supply my architecture firm clients with plants. So as I'm working towards building my personal architecture firm alongside with Numa Nursery and the Moringa Growers Co-op, we're going to be offering services to help design your farm here in the very near future. And one of the ways that I can showcase the skills that I have in creating a well-sustainable, futuristic farm for you in the near future is by creating a 3D model of this farm here. So I'm going to bring you into this 2.5 acre property that we recently secured just about a year ago. And I actually worked here on this property 6 years ago. 5-6 years ago, I was working here as a nursery hand. And they said, one day, Kendrick, you're going to own this property. Well, here we are about a year later. We're doing a rent to own and everything's going really great. We're on 2.5 acres in Plant City. Really love the space. And we have plans of building a few buildings out here, some industrial farm processing buildings, FDA certified, all that stuff, USDA certified. And so I want to build this model, this 3D model that I'm going to show you to kind of bring us in and walk us in and analyze the site and learn. And where do we go from here, the future? And so that's where we're here. We're going to be designing this futuristic farm here, starting with the basis of analyzing the site using my permaculture practices, finding out where the water is. So I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to just show you this model really quick, and I really hope you enjoy it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to Numa Nursery's YouTube channel and also like this video, and stay tuned as we begin to share with you all the ways that we're going to be incorporating our architecture skills into the design and building of this farm, and then to eventually help design and build your futuristic farm in the near future. Hopefully you'll choose me to help build your future farm. And thanks a lot for watching, and here we go. We're going to go right into the 3D model. Hey, do you have questions about how to build a sustainable farm or want to get a farm going on your property? Consult with me on architecture, permaculture, agriculture, and learn how to build and design a food forest on your property. Book now. Consultations with Kendrick Henry, now available at numanursery.com. And we're in. This is our 3D site model of Numa Farms and Nursery, 2.5 acres in Plant City. And we are here. This is Doc Pritcher Road. And you can see it comes in. There's a paved space. Comes in. This is the main farmhouse. And you can also see the trees on site here. This is the 2.5 acre bounding box, the property line. This is north. And we have a little bit of an easement here. There is an entrance, tentative entrance here, and there's also another swinging entrance here. But for the purposes to see the site itself, we're going to be starting a site analysis. This is essentially 1 year later, and we're learning and we're studying the site. We went through a full cycle, and we really learned a lot about the site here. You can see there's a couple of trees. So one of the first things that I did here in this program is create a flat kind of topography of the property. And so I'm able to push and pull some of these lines with command here. If I turn on the cage, the topo cage here, and I was to say points on cage, and so it gives you the ability to kind of push and pull at these points. And so we have a septic tank here on the property right here, and you can kind of see where I lifted it up a little bit using some of these points. I grabbed the point and pulled it up, and also lifted up the areas where there's trees using this command here. So that's the cage. We'll get rid of that again. We have them all in layers. And so this topo layer ended up turning into kind of like a site model. So now we actually have topography. I was able to get contours. So we got the contour lines there. You probably can't see it there with that model there. So turn the model there. So that's the contour lines. So we got the contour. We were able to find the contours through the site analysis, through the year of studying and seeing where the low-lying areas are, the high-lying areas, the trees. And so this is our site model, 3D site model of the property. This is north up here. This is the south. This is the east, and this is the west. And this is a 2.5 acre property. This is probably about a ½ acre property spot here. This is probably about a ½ acre spot here. And this is about a 1.5 acres here. So just starting to see through the use of the trees, the topography. Now we wanted to put in the house. So we have the house, 3D house here. We also have a paved road and a shed. And this is what the property came with. I worked out here 5-6 years ago as a nursery hand. So this whole property here was all native Walters viburnum, Simpson stoppers. This was all ground cover. This entire space, all of this was entirely ground cover. And when we got here, it was abandoned for about 2 years, not in service, was not a functioning nursery. So everything had kind of overgrown over the plastic. The plastic that was down here was about 10 years, 12 years old at that time. Now is about 10 to 12 years old. So all the plastic in this property is being pulled up as we go. So just wanted to start off by showing this process is now underway. We have the house. Really proud of taking the time to really just build this house and the model here. So now we can have a clear view of what we have on the property, where to begin, where to put things, other buildings, secondary and tertiary buildings, supplemental structures. And we're going to go in and make several videos now based off of this nice 3D model that we were able to create in here. And one of the things that we were really wanting to study was the trees. So we got the trees in there. You can see it's on contour. This is all to scale. So like say we want to build a yoga deck in the back here. And this yoga deck is about 29 feet. So if I go out here and I measure out 29 feet, these trees, you'll see here if I DIST distance, kind of go between these two trees here, it says 32 feet. And so I know that I have about 29 feet worth of space in between here. There is about a foot distance between the yoga deck here and the yoga deck here. So this is to scale. We got everything to scale. Everything is real, as if this was the septic tank. So this mound here is the septic tank and the runoff. And so it kind of like starts to butt up against the shed there, rising up against the shed. You know, of course I could cut the land out a little bit more. This is just a rough model right now. Just wanted to get this out there and show you guys how we plan on providing this service to our clients. If they're asking in the near future to help build their farm, we can provide them with a 3D model like this, provided by the architecture studio, provided by Kendrick Henry Studios. And this is what we're really proud to roll out, is that we're going to be building and designing farms. Once we have this model pretty much complete, is in the works, we've got the capital, we raised the funds, and we're actually building the farm to its mission and standards. We're still figuring it out exactly what we want to do here. Do we want it to be a public nursery or a private nursery? You know, is it just to supply the Moringa Growers Co-op with moringa trees and also clients that we get that need help building their farm? Maybe this is just a nursery that supplies the clients with their plants and not so much the public. But hey, we still love the interaction with the public, and we're figuring out what we want to do right now in business, and how to expand and how to offer these services. I'm just really having fun here. This is fun. So like a part of this analysis is the rainfall. So ready, check this out. Bam. So we got the water in here, and this was the flooding. This is the flooding that happened over the year. And I can't believe how much underwater we were. And so we're in the process of lifting this area up with mulch. You know, we have this area right here all now covered with at least 1 foot to 2 feet of mulch just in this front area. And we're bringing in mulch in this back area here. This was where we needed to bring in some mulch here. You can see, I'll clip in the videos. And you know, there was a ditch back here that was dug and just kind of filled it in. Still a little low area. There's water that trickles through here. This is a low pond area, and then it kind of comes out here. There's like a creek, so it kind of like flows out. So I need to kind of put that in there. And then we're going to have all the designs and the ideas of what's coming next in the next video. So thanks so much for watching and learning more about Numa Farms and Nursery. We've got this 3D model now as a base that we can present to the city and the state when we want to come out with our next designs. And if we need any permitting or anything like that, this is a way to present to the agencies, those agencies, to see if we can get these agriculture buildings built out here and how we can make this a sustainable farm. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Numa Nursery YouTube channel. Peace, love, prosperous growing. See you soon. Hey, do you have questions about how to build a sustainable farm or want to get a farm going on your property? Consult with me on architecture, permaculture, agriculture, and learn how to build and design a food forest on your property. Book now. Consultations with Kendrick Henry now available at numanursery.com.